conducted my field experience project at Easterland Primary in Marion, South Carolina, with 19 teachers. 10 were from second grade and 9 were from first grade. The purpose of my field experience project was to introduce resources available to teachers and students regarding MAP assessments and to help teachers pull and run their own class data reports to guide their instruction. This project interests me because since I have been in the district, there have never been any formal trainings on how to use NWEA MAP resources or how to pull the necessary reports for teachers to guide their instruction. Typically, teachers would have to explore the website and figure it out on their own, and many did not know NWEA provides resources to help students prepare with taking the assessment. These resources can help students, especially those who may have testing anxiety. In order to determine the project that would be completed at Easterland Primary, I went straight to my administrator, Shala Sweeney, and asked for permission to use the school for my project. She then sent me to our curriculum facilitator, Shayla Smith, to determine what would be the most beneficial professional developments for the school. She suggested either training on various applications for iPads or training revolving MAP assessments. She left it to me to decide which I would prefer. From there, I thought about where I was knowledgeable and how that could benefit others. Then I took both ideas to the teachers that would be participating in the project. I spoke with them in their grade level meetings and individually. Then I created a survey to decide which idea would be most beneficial and let the teachers decide. After the survey was complete, I compiled the data and then took into consideration the requests from teachers, which of course was applications for iPads, and that was the original plan. However, before the end of the week, it was determined that the project would be on NWEA and MAP because the iPads that were supposed to have come in the following week had been delayed until mid-October. After it was decided for sure per administration that NWEA MAP was the intended project, I began to develop a timeline for the project. I did not want to drag it out because our testing window had already begun, and I wanted to get as much information as possible to the teachers. From there, I began with the student resources, which include the NWEA videos for students. The second area of focus was demonstrating and helping teachers to pull and run reports. This was a process because the system was frequently crashing. During this time, we focused on district-preferred reports, teacher-preferred reports, and school-level preferred reports. The last session was demonstrating how to run the Descartes reports, which tell teachers exactly what areas need to be addressed based on RIT scores to move students. From there, I again met with individual teachers as needed to assist them. I based my design off of what we use and started at the basic information and moved to the more complex information. I also worked with teachers individually to ensure they were successful. This design was meant for whole group learning, but ended up being tailored to whole group learning and individual learning. Success was determined based on teachers being able to pull their own resources and data for the PLC meetings occurring in mid-November. In previous years, the curriculum facilitator had to pull these resources. Additional justification will occur when students take the second round of MAP testing. We will be able to see if teachers use the available resources to increase student performance. To evaluate how the project was going and what changes needed to be made, I attempted to use surveys, but I was not getting much help from them. Only a few teachers would complete them at each session, so I decided to do exit slips. Teachers would complete them and leave them in a basket on their way out after the session had ended. According to the exit slips in the final survey, teachers stated I was knowledgeable of the material and helped them be able to pull resources from NWEA and their own data. So I would say it was a successful process. In addition, I have had another school ask me to do an NWEA workshop for them. According to the exit slips in the final survey, teachers stated I was knowledgeable of the material that was presented and helped them be able to pull resources from NWEA and their own data. So I would say it was a successful process. The project was managed with a lot of patience, to say the least, due to the issues with NWEA frequently being shut down during the beginning stages and then with the technology issues that arose with the smartboard in the classroom. To be honest, it was a team effort with managing this process, from me being the facilitator to teachers actually wanting to learn the material that was being provided. If I had to do it again and make changes, I would change the fact that the project was completed after the map testing window began. If I were to continue the project, the next steps would be to continue working with teachers with pulling resources and data from the site. There are a ton of resources that are available, and I really only focused on the most important ones for our school for this project. The key takeaways from this experience is it's hard to be in a leadership role because you have others looking to you for guidance and information, and they expect you to be able to provide it straight away. I also found this experience to be rewarding because I was able to help other teachers, even veteran teachers, learn something about NWEA. In the future sessions that I do have coming up, I will make sure these sessions are completed before the testing window opens.